A challenge of plastilina clay is it's easy to destroy the soft sculpture when making a mold, and yet I must take this risk if I want a permanent paintable copy of this low-relief horse. This is the story of the step-by-step process. Let's see if I can succeed. Oh, wow. I've titled this low-relief sculpture McCullough, and you may remember it from a previous video. If not, then maybe you're new here, in which case, welcome. I'm so happy you found me, and I hope you stick around. Now then, the story. This is my 7th mold making project in my journey to learn sculpture and molding skills, though it's my first time making a mold from a clay that is soft and easy to destroy during molding, plastilina clay. This is also my second attempt at sculpting this portrait concept, and I'm really happy with how much nicer this horse looks compared to the smaller first attempt, so I really hope I can get a couple nice copies to paint. I'm going to have to be extra careful with all my steps through this process so I preserve all of those details I worked so hard on. Even then, when it comes time to remove the sculpture, it might rip apart, so I need to make sure the mold is perfect from the start. I only have one chance at this. I keep my mold boxes simple. It's just affordable foam core, and I try to cut it tall enough to allow about half an inch of rubber all around the sculpture. I'm also molding some of my polymer clay sculptures, and as you may remember from their videos, this clay cures firm, so I can relax as I'm molding these because they'll surely survive the process. Using a little bit of blue tack helps keep the polymer sculptures in place. For the plastilina sculptures, they're already pretty well stuck to the foam core I sculpted them on, so I'm building up their boxes on top of that. I'm using more plastilina clay as a box wall that lets me get a custom shape and save on silicone costs later. I take my time to make sure everything is sealed up so I won't have leaks later. I make any repairs to the sculpture areas I bumped and damaged as I was building the boxes. The round sculpture was much easier as I could flatten a big noodle of clay and quickly put that wall together. Spraying with mold release is a crucial step to making sure everything pops out nicely once the mold is cured. I like to do this outside for easy ventilation. I spray lightly and gently rub the spray into all the little details with a soft makeup brush, and then spray again to make sure I have consistent texture, as the silicone is good enough to pick up that fine of a detail. And speaking of the silicone, I'm making it from a 2-part silicone liquid that cures soft and flexible. It's also super viscous, meaning it flows the easiest and has the thinnest consistency, which I really like for preserving fine details and avoiding bubbles in the mold. All my tools and materials are listed in the description below, by the way. I'm using dragon skin silicone, which mixes in equal parts. This makes it pretty easy to eyeball that I have equal amounts in matching mixing cups. Making sure I measure and mix really well is also important for getting a good mold. I use a metal kitchen spatula that I save only for this use, as it's easy to wipe clean and reuse. While working in a well-ventilated room, I'm pouring from the lowest part of the mold box, trying to hold still as best I can and let a thin stream of rubber flow up slowly. I've learned that pouring slowly from the lowest corner and getting the thinnest stream by holding up my cup as high as I can is a really effective way to reduce bubbles in the mold and get a high quality result at home. It's also so hard to capture on camera, so I'll just point out that I lift my cup up several feet above my desk to get a tall, thin stream. do have a vacuum chamber, and that certainly helps reduce bubbles in the rubber, and I find this pouring method is extra insurance. Going slow is the key part, as rubber that flows over the sculpture too fast could trap new pockets of air. That would be less than ideal. And if that fails, there's always jiggling the molds to force air bubbles to come up to the surface. One of the fun things about using these plastic mixing cups is that the silicone won't stick to them, and once it's cured, I can peel it out, which also means they are reusable. And now we wait about an hour and a half. That feels solid to me. Now for the scary part, demolding. Plastilina clay never cures hard. It stays soft and workable, which is great when I'm still making changes to the sculpture over long periods of time, and not so great when I want it to be strong enough to survive mold making. This is also why it's technically not very paintable. It's easily damaged and will melt on warm days, all things that will ruin the paintwork. So I need a good resin copy for a permanent painted piece. Ugh, as you can see, the ear broke. And this was the firmer of the two plastilina sculptures. Oh well, that's an easy fix, but now I'm really nervous for McCullough. Here comes the stressful part. I'm going slow to try and save the sculpture, and the suspense is killing me. Oh wow. He survives, yay! There's a little bit of damage to his mane here, but that's easy to fix. And the mold looks great, as do these ones. There's some spilling in areas, though the hobby knife makes short work of those, and scissors help tidy up the edges. Let me get them cleaned up so any residue of the plastilina is gone, and then I can move on to casting them, which will be the next step. I'm so excited. That next step will be on my channel shortly. Unless you're watching this in the future, then it'll pop up now. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!